Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On second down, Love. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll run. It's Wilson. And he will have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 on 3rd and 2.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Here's Wilson, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll run with Wilson, and he will have a Packers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Let it go. On play action, Love. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Tavius Robinson in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it's going to be 4th down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and, man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
On the move left. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 7. To throw is Huntley. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
48-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
This throw right is taken in by Flowers. He's close to a 1st down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Now Huntley. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Huntley. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 14 yards on the pickup there.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Back to throw. Huntley. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target.
That'll be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Packers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. On down at the 21, a gain of 1.
On the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A run here with Wilson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
A carry here for Wilson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On the run, it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
And this is really just all about the second effort. I mean, they've got him stopped initially, but it's his ability to just continue to push through the initial contact, push forward to that first down marker, and he didn't get it by much, but that's a really good effort.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Packers.
First down. First and 10
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming back.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll go play action with Love. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, knock him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Huntley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Huntley. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Bateman is the motion man. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. And he will have a Ravens first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
And the Baltimore first down.
Give a lot of credit to the left side of this offensive line. They're the ones who are going to do all of the work here, opening up that lane for their guy to run through. And really nice patience there by the back, letting his blocks develop to make sure he can pick up that first down.
Huntley now. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Back to the air once more on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
At the 31-yard line.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
He'll drop to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Kingsley Enagbare gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on 3rd and goal following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he's not going to get there. This defense giving him no opening whatsoever. And now it is 4th and goal.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
On 4th down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. His kick is perfect. And the Ravens are on the board. It's now 10-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Loop to kick this one away. Bo Melton on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Love. With the middle, that one caught by Watson.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. He'll get about 2. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
To throw here to begin the drive. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. One of the tight ends in motion right. On the give, here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Leads pass. Complete to Zay Flowers. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll send Flowers in motion. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he's into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Ball level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Williams now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The shotgun. It's Love. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
That one complete to Watson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
15 yards on the play.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This one intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Huntley. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Throwing, Huntley. He takes off. And they'll be set up now. He has the 40 with that one. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Back to throw. Huntley. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Baltimore.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Now Huntley. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Love. The throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. Through the middle of the field. And he will go all the way. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Ravens 13.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. Huntley. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. His kick is good! From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Here's Huntley. That's to the tight end, Charlie Kolar. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and the first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Going to go right back to Henry. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
Shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That pass play good for 22. Good for a Raven first down.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 20, here's second and 1. Huntley now. He's got it at the 7. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
He'll look to throw. He'll step, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Melton now to return. Whoa! And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Wilson. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And 3rd down coming up.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On the ground, here's Wilson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's complete. focus. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A huge play on fourth down. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
Carry here for Wilson. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Wilson. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on fourth down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on fourth and goal. And this is high. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Luke Musgrave, touchdown Packers. His second catch of the game, and both have gone for touchdowns.
And that could very well be the turning point of this game. Here we are in the second half, Mike. It would have been very easy for this coach to say, hey, take the points, let's chip away at that lead. He said, no, I got a lot of confidence in our play caller. We have the perfect call for this situation. And now after that touchdown, they take the lead, and this game has flipped.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took up way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
They'll send Flowers in motion. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Love work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Love. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding's just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't even think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
On 4th down, the Packers turned over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense. And they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's third down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball, and he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down with it.
They'll run for it with Henry, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this fourth down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge fourth down stop.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A carry here for Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 14 on the pickup. First down, Packers.
That's good.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Love to throw it on first down. That one incomplete.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up, it was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. On the run, it's Wilson. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On third down, they go with Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Now Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he's in! Josh Jacobs! Touchdown, Green Bay! Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are going to open up the lead to 8.
Makes the score Packers 30, Ravens 22.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. Throwing, Huntley. That is caught. It is Hopkins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Huntley. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Ravens bring their punt team out. They forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Love. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his guys are going to be set up with a short field as they look to draw closer and perhaps drop even in this loss.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. On the ground, here's Henry. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll go again here with Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Baltimore.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Now, faking the give. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll send Flowers in motion. To throw is Huntley. Open man is Hopkins. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Huntley. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll let Henry try to run for it. And he will not get in. They will come up empty on this try for 2. Unable to tie this football game up. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Melton now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
22-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, it's Love. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
To throw is Love. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Huntley. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Huntley now. The throw right is taken in by Flower. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Huntley. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will score. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens will up the lead to 5.
Ravens 35, Packers 30.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Melton now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Now, 2nd and 4. Love to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. To throw is Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Love to throw. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. The ball's deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good.
That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
This pass deflected and caught. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go.
Brings up third down.
They seemingly
and
did
9.
everything right defensively outside of the overall execution. They forced the quarterback to throw a contested ball in the middle of the field. They were able to get a hand on it, but it was all for naught. The pass still ends up in the arms of the intended target and leads to a nice gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That was incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have the Packers first down. Wow, that was no small feat. Going for it on 4th and 9. They still picked it up by a yard. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. Here is 1st and goal. Here we go. One final play. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.